Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be trying on and reviewing some new drugstore makeup from Milani. So I have the new collab kits that they did with Ourfa. I also have the new cream blushes, which I am super excited about, and the new baked highlighters. Actually, I don't think these are new, but they did send all 4 shades to me. So we're going to try these on as well because they swatched beautifully when I swatched them in my Sunday haul. And so many of you guys have told me that you like when I actually try everything on versus just swatching it because it gives you a better idea of what it's going to look like on, especially when it comes to things like cream blushes, because the swatches can always look a lot heavier than it actually does when you're applying it to your face. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's start off with these 2 collab kits. I already took them out of the box, so they're not in the box anymore, but there's 2 different versions. We have the monochromatic realness kit, which is more like warm tone neutral shades, and then we have the up to no good kit, which has some brighter pops of color in it. So each kit comes with a most wanted eyeshadow palette, which is a 6-pan palette. I believe they do have other versions of this in the drugstore. I think I saw them at Walgreens, I want to say. So these eyeshadow palettes are new. So there's this one, which is the brighter one, and then there's the neutral. But then when it comes to the lip products in the kit, each one comes with an understatement lip liner and an Amore Shine liquid lipstick, and both of these are actually existing colors, or all of them are. So the only thing that's new in these kits are these little eyeshadow palettes right here. So let's go ahead and take a quick look up close at each kit. I'll show you some swatches and then we'll get into the 2 looks that I did. So first up, let's take a closer look at the monochromatic realness kit. So in this palette, you have 3 shimmer shades and 3 matte shades. All of it is very warm tone for the most part, and there's mostly mid-tone shades in here, with the exception of that kind of icy champagne shimmer shade. There's nothing in here that's really deep, especially when you apply them to the eyes, which you'll see in a minute. And then looking at the lip liner and the lipstick, the understatement lip liner is in the shade Rich Cocoa, and then the Amore Shine liquid lip color is in the shade Tenderness. And again, both of these are already existing, so you can buy these separately. Then when it comes to the Up to No Good palette, this one has 2 shimmer shades and 4 mattes. So the 2 shimmers are the bright pink and purple, and then the rest are all mattes. You do also have some warm tones in this palette as well, even though the shimmer shades are more on the cool tone side. So really the looks that you're going to get with this are going to have more of a warm toned crease and then more of a cool tone lid. So it's going to be that contrast if you're using this palette. And then when it comes to the lip liner, it's in the shade Saucy Toffee, and the lipstick is in Charming. So these again are also both existing shades. So let's go ahead now and get into the demo that I did. I did one eye look with one kit and one with the other, and I also paired it with the matching lipstick. The only things I didn't use were the lip liners, just because I'm not really a big fan of brown lip liners. I am wearing one of them today. Actually, I'm wearing the Saucy Toffee one, but the Rich Cocoa I just felt like was a little bit too deep for me, and I'm not a fan of that look of having the darker lip liner with the lighter lip color. So I just decided to go ahead and pair each lipstick with each palette. So let's go ahead and jump into that.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet. let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you.
So now that you've seen the looks, I just want to quickly talk about my experience using each kit. So first up, when it comes to these palettes, this is Milani's newer formula that you see in their gilded palettes. It's not the older one like Soft and Sultry, Pure Passions, Bold Obsessions. Those palettes were my absolute favorites from Milani, and there's still some of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. The newer formula is not really my favorite, as you probably saw with this look right here. When I applied that hot pink at first to my crease, it looked really bright just like it does in the pan, but these shadows are an ultra blendable formula, which has its good things and bad things about it, but the negative side is that the shades are not going to appear the way that they do in the pan. Once you start blending them out, they just get really sheer, and I found that that hot pink ended up looking more like a very subtle pink on my eyes. So if you're somebody who likes a really bold look and you want the colors to look exactly like they do in the pan on your eyes, you may have some trouble with this because it's going to take a lot of building up to get back to that color. They're just too blendable. Another downside to this formula is if you're somebody who likes to see each individual color very defined on their eyelid, these, unfortunately, again, because they're so blendable, the colors all kind of blend together. I noticed that when I was putting shades in my outer corner, once I went to blend it in, it kind of blended very close to what the crease color looked like, and it didn't really appear to be a super defined outer corner. Now, on the positive side, if you're somebody who has trouble with blending, like I do, these are super easy to work with. I found that it didn't take much effort at all to soften that outer edge of my crease color, and it was just super easy to blend it out and make it look really seamless. Also, I find that, you know, I'm not really a big hot pink eyeshadow kind of person, so I personally didn't mind that it faded a little bit and it didn't look super bright or intense or crazy, but those are just some things to keep in mind when deciding whether or not this eyeshadow formula would be for you. When it comes to the lip liners, I have tried these lip liners in the past, and even though I'm not a fan of these particular shades, I think these lip liners are fantastic. They're one of the best at the drugstore. They're just so creamy and really easy to draw on your lips. You could even fill in your lips with it without too much trouble. And the Amore Shine liquid lipsticks, I wouldn't even say these are a liquid lipstick in the sense that you're thinking about those ones that dry down and feel really dry. They're more of just like a traditional liquid lipstick before all of those matte ones hit the market a couple of years ago, where they're kind of a hybrid between those matte ones and a lip gloss. They have the feel of the lip gloss, but they have tons of pigmentation like a matte liquid lipstick. They end up feeling very comfortable. The only downside is they do transfer and they are going to wear away as you're eating and drinking and things like that. Also, these do have a very mild vanilla mint type of a scent, so I wanted to put that out there as well. It's not super intense or strong, and I'm somebody who does not like mint scented lip glosses or lip products at all, but I find that the mint in here is really light. It reminds me a lot of those Tic Tacs that are kind of the vanilla mint scent, so I get more of a vanilla from it than the mint. It's kind of just in the background a little bit. So anyway, love the lip products, not too crazy about the eyeshadow palettes. I can make them work, but I just feel like they're a lot more work to get the colors to show up the way that I want them to. So moving on, let's talk about the Cheek Kiss cream blushes. So I'm a huge fan already of their Cheek Kiss liquid blushes, so I was so happy to see them come out with these. They have 4 different shades that are all really beautiful. And a lot of you were asking me to review these and compare them to the new e.l.f. putty blushes, which I did a whole try-on video of last week. And I'm happy to say that these are pretty much the exact same formula. I don't know if the ingredients are exactly the same, but they feel the same going on to your skin. They have a very emollient feel when you first put your fingers into the pan, and then as soon as you go to blend them on your cheeks, they feel like they turn into a powder instantly. They're super weightless, very easy to blend, and they sheer out considerably, but you are able to add multiple layers because they don't get sticky at all. They don't lift up your foundation underneath. So this formula is excellent, and like I said, very comparable to the e.l.f. ones. ones. So if you've tried these already and you like them and you like some of the colors that Milani has, definitely don't hesitate to pick these up. The only difference I will say is that the e.l.f. ones are a little bit larger. Even though they look smaller, they have kind of a deeper pot to them. So these are 10 grams each, and the Milani ones are 6 grams each. So the Milani ones are a little bit smaller, and I think they're a little bit more expensive as well, even though they look like they are going to be more product. So just wanted to mention that as well in case you're worried about the size difference. So let's go ahead now and get into the demo. I'm going to apply all of these to my cheeks. I'm going to do one on one cheek and then one on the other, just so I don't have to keep taking them off and doing it so much. And also I'm going to be doing something a little different than I did with the e.l.f. video. In the e.l.f. one, I just put each blush on once, and I got some comments from you guys asking if I could layer them up a second time, because I tend to wear my blush a little bit lighter than some of you guys do, and you wanted to see the result after I built it up a little. So with this one, I'm going to go ahead and put on one coat and then do a second coat so that you can see what that looks like. So let's go ahead now and jump into that footage.
You as you dry, do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm if I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving.
All right, guys, so hopefully that was helpful to be able to see them on my cheeks rather than just in a swatch. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that these are incredibly long lasting as well. Each time that I've worn them, they stayed on my cheeks the entire day, from the time I put it on until the time I'm taking my makeup off at night. They almost have a staining effect, and at least that's the case with my very dry skin. I'm not quite sure how long lasting they would be if your skin is more oily, but for me, they lasted the entire day, about 8-9 hours, which I thought was really, really great. So anyway, now let's move on to the highlighters. So this is a baked highlighter formula, and you guys know I'm not really a huge fan of highlighter. I don't wear it that often, but I have to say this formula is beautiful. I'm thinking that's because it's a baked formula, and typically baked formulas are a lot kinder on drier skin types, more mature skin types. They just kind of glide over the surface of your skin. They don't look powdery like a traditional pressed powder would. So that's one of the things I really love about baked formulas. And I find this formula to be one of the smoothest I've tried, and they're at a great price point at the drugstore. So if you're a highlighter fan, I definitely recommend checking these out. I don't know why I haven't heard a lot of people talking about them, but as far as highlighters go, definitely one of the best I've tried. So let's jump into the demo. I am trying all of these out on my cheeks, and I'll also be showing swatches along the way as well. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm, and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get out. You always used to love the rain.
Alright guys, so that is everything I have from Milani. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, especially all of the try-ons. If you'd like me to continue doing this style of video, let me know down in the comments below. I know it's really difficult these days to even shop for makeup because we can't test anything out in store. Not that you really could at the drugstore, I guess, anyway. But even for high-end makeup as well, it's really tough to see what things are actually going to look like on. So if this is helpful for you, let me know. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do tons of drugstore reviews. If you like those, I also do high-end as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.